parts. Part number 1 is 10 questions, and each question is 3 marks. It's a very easy, those are very easy questions. You can just, yes, multiple choice questions. Part 2 also multiple choice questions, but this time it is 5 marks per question. So total, 5 times 10, 50. So now I have 30, we have 50. And then we have 3 writing questions. Writing questions, yani writing, and you need to show your work. So those 3 questions are worth 20 marks. And then you have 2 bonus questions for 10 marks. Clear? So this is the exam structure. The exam covers 4 chapters, right? 4 units. Unit number 12, what was unit number 12 about? Decimal fractions. And then unit number 13, what was it about? I think measurements. Yes, units of measurement. And then unit 14, what was it about? Geometric figures. Yeah, I think 3 units, that's it, right? Yeah, but the second unit is so long, unit 13. Tamam. So let's go back to unit 12 and start with reviewing the questions per objective. Let's go, one by one. So in this unit, we first learned how to represent fractions with denominators of 10 and denominators of 100. What do I call a fraction with a denominator of 10? Let's take this for example, 6 out of 10. How can I read this? 6 tenths. 6 tenths. And how about this fraction? How can I read it? I will say 40 hundredths. Excellent. The first question is very straightforward. It says, how can you shade the grid to represent the fraction? I only need to color, but be careful. If the denominator is 10, the number of pieces or parts must be 10. How many parts will I color in question number 1? 6. Okay, so I'm going to color 1. Go ahead and color. Okay, good. It should look something like this. Yeah. Right? How about question number 2? How many parts will I shade out of 100? 40. Okay, do I count one by one, or I can skip count by 10, right? I can say this is 10, 20, 30, and 40. In those 2 questions, we're going to do the opposite. I do have the figure and the grid here. I need to write the fraction that represents this grid. By looking at this figure, how many parts are in total? 10. So my denominator is definitely 10. How many parts are shaded? Let's count. It's a good, a good advice would be to count by drawing maybe small lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is 8 tenths. How about this figure here, Fatima? Go ahead, Fatima. 20 hundredths. Okay? This is the first objective, and it's very clear and easy, right? Okay. For the second objective here, we were learning how to express a fraction with a denominator of 10 as an equivalent fraction. Have we learned about equivalent fractions this year? How can we generate equivalent fractions? We learned this in grade 3. Excellent. By either multiplying or by dividing. So when I multiply or I divide, I have to multiply and divide both the denominator and the numerator. I cannot only multiply the numerator and skip the denominator, right? Yes. Okay, so let's look at this example. I will do the first one, may I? Thank you. And then you can do the rest. For this example here, how can I express 70 hundredths as a fraction with a numerator of 7? I will look at what I already have. What do I already have? I already have 70 and 7. How did this 70 become 7? What happened? What happened? Well done. We divided by 10. So if I divide by 10, what do? I remove 1 0. In this scenario, I need to also divide by 10. What will I do to the 100? 10. Excellent. It will become 10. So simply, I just removed 1 0, so I remove 1 0. In this case, I'm going to add a 0. How did this 10 become 100? كيف صارت هذه 10 100? Excellent. What happened? Multiply by 10. يعني بمعنى آخر ضفنا صفر واحدة صح؟ فإذا كيف ممكن نعمل multiply by 10 here? What will happen? Excellent job. 50. Well done. Now you guys tell me, raise your hand. Question 7. Who would like to solve it? Raise your hands please. Mira. What will happen to this 2? You will add a 0 to it. In other words, you will multiply by 10. And what will happen to this 10 then? Excellent. It will become 100. How about question 8? Is it better to multiply or divide? Divide. Khalid? Are you going to add a 0? Okay. 6/10. Did you add a 0 or did you remove a 0, Khalid? Remove. يعني as if we said divide by 10, divide by 10. Now let's look at this question, and most probably you will get something like this in the exam. Let's read this question. Which of these are equivalent to a fraction with a denominator of 10? يعني بمعنى آخر مين من هذه الفراكشنز لو قسمناها على 10 تضبط تعطيني fraction صحيحة. So let's see. If I divide this by 100, sorry, if I divide this by 10, what will happen?
Equal 10.
10. 10 divided by 10, 1. So can I make a fraction out of this? Can I generate an equation? So B is correct. But look here. If I remove 1 0 from the 100, can I remove from this 3?
No.
No, so this cannot be, or I cannot generate an equivalent fraction to this with a denominator of 10. What about this one? Can I make a denominator of 10?
No.
If I remove a 0 here, can I remove anything from here?
No.
No, so this does not work. How about this one?
Yes.
Yes. هذه ال1 ما تتأثر أبدا. التم 1 وبعدين 40 و100 بتصير 4 out of
4
10. So B and D. Clear?
Yes.
We're still in part 1 and those questions are still very easy and straightforward. In this example or in this objective we are going to express fractions using decimal notation this time. So we will use fractions and we will convert them to decimals. Remember when I taught you how to convert? We move 1 step or 2 steps?
Yeah.
Yes. So let's see. It's very easy to start with the fraction, بعدين the decimal. Okay? So let's write the fraction for this figure. Question number 1. What is the fraction that represents this figure? Maitha, where is Maitha? I like the way you did this in the exam, in the quiz. What did you do? Do you remember?
Yeah.
What did you do? Tell us. Come on. Okay, حطيتي 10 تحت, so this is 10. بعدين حطيتي 20, so this is 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20. 27 out of كم?
100.
100. Why 100?
Because there's 100.
Because there are 100 parts in all. Now, how can I write this as a decimal? Okay, first thing is, what did I teach you guys? First, we want the decimal point to appear. Where will the decimal point be? At the end. ناخذ هذا الرقم اللي فوق نكتبه هني 27. بعدين نطلع decimal point. Ta-da! Here's my decimal point, right? Then how many steps will this decimal point move? Say it. 2. Good job. 1, 2. ليش 2 steps? Because I have 2 zeros. Good job. So now this decimal point will be here. So 0, 2, 7. What will I put in the ones place? Do I have any ones? 0.27. Clear? Let's try something with a mixed number now. This is not a fraction. This is a mixed number. ليش mixed number? لأنه عندي whole عندي fraction. What is my whole? How many wholes? 1. لا هذا whole. كامل. Pizza كاملة. 1. And what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tenths. Okay? انسوا شوي الهول، خلينا نركز على الفراكشن. This 9/10. How can I change this to a decimal?
0.9.
This is actually 0.9, right?
It will go one step.
And then I have, yeah, it will move one step, the decimal. Why? Because I have 1 0. Now what do I have in the ones place?
0.
لا هذا الرقم 1. So now I will change this 0. شو حتصير؟ حتصير 1.9. Okay? So this is my fraction or mixed number and this is my decimal. How about this?
Miss me?
How many holes do I have?
100.
How many holes?
1.
كم قطعة كاملة? Yes, 1. This is 1. And the fraction here is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Good job, Hamad. 55 out of
100.
100. Well done. الحين انسوا هذه ال1 شوي، خلينا نركز على ال 55. 55 out of 100 تشبه 27 out of 100. How many steps will I move this? 2. So حتكون 0.55. لكن أنا عندي 1. هذه ال1 وين بتكون؟ بالones place حتصير 1.55. So my mixed number is this and my decimal is this.
Miss, can I answer this one?
Go ahead, Abdullah. How many holes?
There's 2 holes
2 and
there's 5.
5 tenths. Okay, حول 5 tenths لدecimal شو بتصير؟
It will be 0.5 but
تمام، بس عندي holes so حتصير
2 or 0.5.
2.5. This is my decimal, this is my mixed number. Clear?
Yes.
How do you find this?
Easy.
Everyone?
Yes.
Okay, good. This is my favorite part. It's very easy. Here you can use any strategy you want if the question does not specify. تمام؟ يعني ممكن نستخدم أي استراتيجية طالما السؤال multiple choice. Okay? Let's see. How can you express the decimals as fractions to compare? So we said there are many strategies to compare decimals. صح؟ شو حكينا استراتيجيات ممكن نستخدم؟ Align the decimals مثلا. صح؟ نحطهم فوق بعض ونبدأ من اليسار. شو بعد؟ ممكن الفراكشنز نحولهم لفراكشنز ونستخدم ال butterfly method أو ال cross multiplication. صح؟ What else can we use? We can use models. ممكن نرسم ونعمل shade. What is the most easiest and straightforward method? Align. Good job. Aligning is the easiest. Let's see. Question number 5. I have 0.62 and 0.26. I need to convert them to fractions, but then I need to compare. Let's start by 0.62. Who can convert this to a fraction? Raise your hand, please. Sanuka.
62 over 100.
It's going to be 62 hundredths. How about 0.26? Barihan. 26 hundredths. Now think, which fraction is greater? 62 hundredths or 26 hundredths? 62 hundredths, because I'm shading more parts in this scenario. So which symbol will I use? Greater than, less than, or equal? Greater than. طيب what is the second way? شو الطريقة الثانية اللي قلنا أسهل؟ Aligning the method. Aligning. What will I do? أخذ الديسيمال والديسيمال وأحطهم فوق بعض. هذه ديسيمال حق الرقم الأول وهذه ديسيمال حق الرقم الثاني. Clear? And then I try to align them like this. My first number is 0 وهذه decimal 0.62. أمشي بالترتيب. تمام؟ الرقم الثاني 0.26. بعدين نبدأ من اليسار. أبدأ 0 0 نفس الشيء. point نفس الشيء. 62 مين أكبر؟ 6. So this is the bigger fraction. Easy?
Yes.
How about this fraction? Let's this question. Question 6.
Miss.
Let's wait. Okay, so for this example, I need to convert it to a fraction. Who can convert 0.57? Osha. How can you convert it to a fraction? Excellent. 57 hundredths. Good job. How about this one, Osha? 7/10. But you said something nice. You said 70. What are you going to do? You're going to add a 0 here?
That's what I
So what will you do here?
add 0.
Add 0. Can you compare now? Which one is which fraction is greater? 70 out of 100 or 57 out of 100? 70. Is there another way to compare those two fractions? Yes. I can draw the decimal points أول ونبدأ بالرقم الأول 0 0 point 5 5 7 7. بعدين الثاني حيكون 0.7. نبدأ من اليسار 0 0 same point same 5 7. Which one is larger? 7. So this decimal is larger. صح? Yes, so our answer is correct. Here you can use whatever you want. So which method would you like to use for this question? Align. Yes, I think so. Let's align the points. أول شيء نبدأ بالpoints. I put the points, decimal points. بعدين 0.27 و 0.4. Is this aligning correctly? Are those numbers aligned correctly?
Yes.
Okay. من وين نبدأ? From the 0. Okay, so step number 1, where do I start from, Zayed? I start from the left, from the zeros. I will start 0 and 0. Is there anything different here? No. Point, nothing special. 2 and 4, which one is larger? 4. So this is the bigger decimal or the larger decimal. So what will I do? I will say 0.27 less than 0.4. How about question 8? Who would like to solve this? Maha. What will you do? Which strategy do you want to do? I mean Lana. A line. So I will draw a line. I will say 1.4 or 0.63. Where do I start, everyone?
Left.
من the largest place value. مين عندي largest place value؟ الونز. نبدأ من الونز. 1 و 0 مين أكبر؟
1.
So خلاص, this fraction is bigger. No need to continue. So I would say 1.4 is larger than 0.63. Now for those as well, you can do the same على فكرة. Let's check which comparisons are true. Question or letter A, 0.4 and 0.04. Let's align them. Are they equal? No. Okay, let's do B. 0.78 and 0.9. حطهم فوق بعض. مين أكبر 9؟ هم قالوا 9 صح؟
Yes.
So B is correct. 0.27 and 0.3. تعال نحطهم. مين أكبر 0.3؟ هم قالوا 0.27 صح؟ غلط. So I'm not going to choose them. Okay, D. عبدالله. 2.51 and 2.3. مين أكبر 2.51 ولا 2.3 عبدالله؟ 2.51. And they said 2.5 is bigger. So are they correct?
Yes.
Yes. So B and D are correct. Clear? Okay. Moving to this objective. In this objective, we are going to add fractions with denominators of 10 and 100. Just a quick question. Can we add or subtract fractions with different denominators? No. Okay. There is one important thing in those questions when we add or subtract fractions, and that is the denominator. What should or how or when can we add fractions? When they have the same denominator. And when can we subtract fractions? Only when they have the same denominator. How can we change the denominator in those questions? We can multiply by 0 or divide by we can multiply by 10 or divide by 10. In this scenario, it's easier to multiply by 10. Can I divide أصلا by 10 here? No. But can I multiply here? Yes. If I multiply 4 tenths, what will this become? Who can tell me? 40 hundredths plus, this stays the same, 9 hundredths. Now can you add?
Yes. 49.
I will add only the numerators. 40 plus 9,
49.
49. Do I add the denominators? The denominator does not change. So the answer is 49 hundredths. Question 4. Who can tell me what will I change? Which fraction will I change? Osha? 3 tenths. What will it become? 30 hundredths. And this will stay the same. 53 hundredths. 53 plus 30. 83 hundredths. Good job. How about question 2? Which fraction will I change? Salam? What will it become? Excellent. Now 20 hundredths plus what, Salim? Excellent. 20 plus 13. Excellent. And the denominator, does it change? No. Mira, which fraction will I change? 7 out of 10. What will it become? 70 hundredths. I will add 21 hundredths to it. 70 plus 21. Yes, Mira? 91 what? Out of kam? Out of 100. Now, this question is the same. It can be a direct question like this in the exam, or it can be a word question like this in the exam. In both cases, what are you going to do? You are going to, yes, convert one of the fractions to add. So let's say, how far did he walk in all? In all means plus. So I'm going to add those two. Can I add 35 to 5 tenths? No. What will happen to the 5 tenths? It will become 50 hundredths. Now, can you add 50 plus 35?
Yes.
What is 50 plus 35? 85 hundredth mile. Okay, in this scenario, which addition problems have a sum of 62? Choose all that apply. تعال نجرب أول واحدة. 6 tenths and 2 hundredths. Can I add them? No, I have to change this, right? What will I do to make it faster? I will change on the question itself. How can I multiply this by 10? What will happen? هتصير 60 hundredths. Add 60 plus 2. 62 hundredths. So this one is correct. Let's see. Which fraction will I change?
2 over 10.
What will I do to it?
20.
20 hundredths. 6 plus 20 equals 26 hundredths. Is that correct?
No.
Is it equal to 62? No. 4 tenths and 22 hundredths. What will happen to the 4?
This one correct.
Excellent. Let's see. 40 plus 22 come.
62.
Bravo. 62 what?
100.
Bravo. Do I circle it?
Yes.
Yes, well done. Question 4. Which fraction will I change? أي واحدة حنبدل.
4 over 10.
What will happen to this?
40 over 100.
يلا add 58 plus 40.
98 over 100.
Will I circle it?
No.
No. You understand? Maybe you will get something like this as well. Probably. Okay? Clear?
Yes.